Hey, NFT Plazas community, it's Jake here. I'm here with my new friend,
Soniya from Orbis86.
Yeah. Soniya, can you tell us a little bit about your company and get the community excited about it? You have one of the most colorful booths here, so definitely stuck out a little bit to us, but excited to hear more about it.
We are a women of color-led project, so it makes sense that we have a really colorful booth over here.
Amazing.
And I am the founder and CEO of Orbis86. I have Wendy over here with me in the booth, and she is one of my core team members. Cynthia, who is another beautiful black lady, she's not here with us, but that's our core team. We have a team of 20 plus. We are working on this NFT project, which is a collection of 86 diverse Orbisons. And when we talk about diversity, it is not just diversity in terms of the races and ethnicities that they represent, but here you can see that you will find Orbisons that are lean, Orbisons that are voluptuous. Obviously, with me being brown and voluptuous, I had to make sure that we have enough representation of all of the different body shapes, types, races, ethnicities. So when people look at the collection, they go and see, oh, this is me, right? This is me right here, and it gets them excited. That being said, we are going to be creating comic strips and animated stories with this. So our token holders, they get to associate their backstory with the character. And when we create the animated stories, the backstories that have the most votes, they would be brought into the platform. So it's an exciting time because, you get to narrate your own stories, get the stories associated with characters. And with us being a women-led project, diversity, inclusion, and onboarding more women to the field is also a big thing. So on the impact side, which is actually being led by Cynthia, who is an inclusion advocate, we are working on creating a platform where we can onboard more women, more voices of color, and more diversified populations into the world of Web3.
Yeah. Love it. So can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the characters, right? So I love, very diverse, different colors, different body types. There's definitely something for everybody. But can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for the project and how you yourself got into the NFT space?
So we got into NFT space last year I think that was when we had a lot of buzz going around NFTs. And in November, when we started working on our collection, that was also the time when Artifact had dropped. And the CloneX collection, I think it's still one of the most beautiful collections that we have out there. So CloneX really was something that inspired us to go beyond. And when I was talking to my team, that time we thought we'll be able to pull off something by June. Our artwork has been a little delayed, the markets have changed, so we are now minting in September. But we wanted to create something that even after 4 months, and as you know, the NFT space changes every day. Like a week is like a year in the NFT space.
That's crazy.
So we wanted to be prepared for a launch that's 6 months down the line, where the artwork is just as beautiful as the other artwork being created around it. And that is why we came up with this whole concept of having characters where most of the NFTs, they have just one base character, and it's super easy to actually work with that. But in our case, we are not just giving the PFP. So our project is much beyond a PFP project, because with each mint, each token holder gets the JPEG or the PNG to put up as their profile picture, but they also get the full animated file, the full 3D file. So if you look at the characters over there, it's literally from head to toe. You don't see the shoes, but that's the full file that will be given to our token holders, and we want them to create derivative collections from that. So that is the reason why we wanted to give people the full 3D file with full commercial access, and we are also partnering with 25 to 30 musicians. So with each mint, the third NFT that people get is a music clip created by one of these musicians. And that is really where the inspiration for the project came from. A, we wanted really beautiful artwork, but B, we wanted a collection where that when people looked at it, they would take a look at the collection, say, wow, this is beautiful artwork, but at the same time, I see myself in these characters. And as these are full 3D characters, they can actually take them into different metaverses. So we wanted something that people, would love taking with them, carrying them around, not just at their PFPs, but also their metaverse avatars.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. You basically allow the community to build their own brand around their own NFTs, which is awesome. It seems like kind of like that's the next wave of this, right? It's like, how do you build your own brand? How do you create your own likeness from your own NFT?
It's not just about that. So, when I'm talking about artists creating their own, you're right, we absolutely want people to actually create derivative collections. And like, if you look at Basie, for example, right, there were so many derivatives created on the back of Basie. So if you have a good community, at the end of the day, Web 3.0 really is about the community as a whole growing, right? Growing in terms of not just the material riches that we're talking about, but growing in terms of the knowledge, the support system that we have. So for us, it was important that, hey, we built a strong brand around Orbis86. And with Orbis86, we have a storyline going, we have comics going. The reason why we are even getting into animation is because the animation industry today, it's a $250 billion industry. Last year, the NFT space was a $24 billion space. So we wanted to capture this big chunk where billions of people around the globe are watching animated series, and that could get them excited about the characters, and that would get them excited about the backstories of the characters, which eventually would lead to more awareness around NFTs. So imagine how cool is this? Let's say, you own one of our characters over there. So by the way, we had one create for Snoop as well. And Snoop has seen a lot of dope shit, but when he looked at this and he was signing our posters, he was like, this is dope. That was his
capital D.
Really, yeah, I know. Those were his words. So if you own one of our characters, like the one in center, that's Tara, and now she's being featured in an animated series, and if people are going gaga over that series, imagine what all you can do by just being an owner of that NFT and having full commercial rights to it. You can create toys with Tara, right? Action figurines. You can create a whole merch line around that, or you could even go and drop another 10K collection with Tara in different avatars, right? So you can do so much good shit with it, and that's what we want to do. We want to enable the community to also build their brands around a bigger brand that we are creating.
That's awesome. And how can people get more involved? Where can people find you?
We have our QR code right up there, right over there. And they can just, if you go and look for Orbis86, ORBIS86, and Orbis in Latin stands for world. So that's this equitable, beautiful world that we're trying to create, where all of us, right, all of us grow together as a community. So if you just go on Google and look for Orbis86, you're going to find us on all platforms. We have our website up and running. We are a team of 20. We have been working on this since November. So you will find us on almost all the platforms that are out there.
Awesome. Easy enough. Last question. Where can you find the best place for NFT news on the internet?
Well, NFT Plaza definitely has to be one of the sites where you can find that best news. And besides that, you can look at Cointelegraph, CoinDesk. But there is a lot of noise to filter through because a lot of these publications are actually focused on DeFi. Right, and decentralized finance obviously has been around since 2008 or 9 when the Bitcoin paper came out, but NFTs is such a new growing space. So I would say it's going to be sites like NFT Plaza where the news is really focused on NFTs.
Love it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.